It's been almost 3 months now since my stepmother moved in with us. Ever since Mother died, it's just been me and Dad living together. But now the house feels fuller. I don't exactly adore Angela, but I don't really hate her being here. I mean, Dad seems to be happy. I'm sure he was feeling lonely, although he never let it on. When he told me the news, I didn't know how to exactly take it honestly. I mean, he is in his late 40s now. I was certainly not expecting it, but then again, who am I to judge? Everyone deserves their happy ending, and I really don't want to be the villain in this regard. Angela apparently works as an art connoisseur. This took away my initial suspicion of her being after my father's money. We talk very little and interact even less. But I guess it's a working relationship where we just acknowledge each other's existence and not try to interfere too much. Hey Pete, what's up? Nothing much, man. What about you? Getting along with your stepmom all right? Like the good boy you are? Yeah, no. Everything is fine, and you can please, for the love of God, stop talking to me in that annoying tone. I am 20, dude. Just stop, honestly. Aw, someone's getting into denial. Not funny, Pete. Okay, I will stop now. But seriously, dude, all of it happened so fast. Don't tell me about it. One day I'm having a quiet dinner with my dad. Next day we have a guest. And within a week, that person is in our house, living with us. It's fine, man. It's for your old man. I know. Let it be, man. It's all good. I'm just taking some time to get used to it, that's all. I know, dude, and jokes aside, you're doing a great job. Have I told you before how creepy it feels when you compliment me? Oh, shut up and enjoy it. You already know how rare it is. Precisely my point. Well, you can wallow in your self-misery alone then. I'm gonna go. Promised my little sister I would take her out for some ice cream. Aw, now see, that is cute and wholesome. Whatever, man. You take care now. You too, dude. Why would that be? Was that even her? What was going on? That looked so shady. I hope she didn't see me. I mean, she doesn't know me, does she? I know her through Dave, but we never really actually met. Hey, Dave, just asking, what does your stepmom do again? I think I saw her while I took my little sister Lily out for ice cream. Well, she told me she's an art connoisseur and deals in exchanges, exhibitions, and sales of paintings. Why? What happened? I don't know, man. I might be wrong, but I think I saw her threaten someone at gunpoint. What? Where? While we were returning from the ice cream parlor, you know the alleys near the church gate? We decided to pass by there because it was too sunny out. While there, we heard really loud noises and got startled. I decided against investigating because I did not want to put Lily in danger, so we got out of there as fast as possible. But just as we were crossing the alleyway, I caught a glimpse of a woman who looked eerily similar to your stepmom with a gun in her hand, followed by some dude who looked really pale. So you're telling me my stepmom is a criminal or something? Not really, man. I just told you what I saw, and like I said, I'm still not 100% sure if it was her or not. But she did look very similar. I would have tried to get more information, but like I said, I couldn't put Lily at risk. And what about putting yourself at risk, you dumbass? You think you're bulletproof or something? But tell me this, how sure are you it could be my stepmom? I don't know, man, like 60%? Okay, let me see then. And don't go snooping around now, putting your life at risk. I ain't coming to save your ass in case something goes wrong. Come on, it can't be so. I mean, I could understand if someone put forth allegations of her being mean or cruel, but being a criminal is a tad bit much. Should I take this up with Dad? What if he ends up upset with me? I mean, this is quite something. It's not something small. Let me just talk with him about her and try to understand if there's actually a possibility of something like that at all.
Proceeds to text his father.
Hey, Dad. Hey, kiddo. It's rare for you to call or text me. What's up? Everything all right? Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about Angela. I still haven't gotten around to having a proper conversation with her, so I would just like to start with knowing her a bit better. That's sweet of you, Dave. So, what would you like to know? Well, just things about her. What she does exactly. How you guys met and all of that. Well, she is an art connoisseur, and apparently has been in the business for more than a decade. She handles quite famous, expensive pieces of art and helps resell them in her auction house. Quite the job, and can get quite brazen at times. You know, sometimes the mafia gets involved in all that. Threats and coercion and similar strategies being applied. But that's nothing she can't control. Wow, quite the tough job. She must be quite tough then, huh? Comes in the job description, I guess. Haha. But she is extremely passionate and knowledgeable, too. You know that painting atop the flight of stairs? It's an ancestral heirloom, and it's actually a piece of Renaissance art. Very few people know about it, but she noticed it at first glance. She knows quite a bit about it, actually. What the heck? I didn't know that. Ha 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 ha. It's priceless, actually. I'm kind of upset that you never told me, actually. Well, now you know. Where did you meet Angela, by the way? She came finding me, actually. She came by my office for some inquiry regarding our stocks and exchanges, and we kinda hit it off. Not gonna lie, that's kinda gross. Stop, I don't want to know anymore. But are you happy, Dad? Sorry for saying this so brashly, but she is not Mom, at least for me. She can never be. I understand your point, and I will not force you to see her as your new mother or something like that, but please try to get along. I am, Dad. It's just hard to do that right now. All things considered, and she hasn't been in my life that long. She is almost a stranger, Dad. I understand that, but hopefully not for long. Of course, I would want you guys to get along, but I don't want you to force yourself into anything, kid. You mean the world to me. Ew, don't go all mushy on me, old man. I don't know how to react to something like that. Ha 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 ha. Serves you right. Nice to see this old man can still one-up you. Not old enough, apparently. LOL. Oi, that was uncalled for. Uno reverse. Old enough to not know what that means. Good. Well, you carry on with your work. I will see you later. Dad seems all well and nothing seems suspicious. Jobs like these are a little high-strung, I admit. But I don't think threatening someone at gunpoint could be a part of it. I must be thinking for no reason. Peter could have seen anyone, and while it's a little alarming that the neighborhood isn't safe anymore, it's wrong to just accuse Angela like that. I should give her a chance at least. A few weeks pass. Hey, Dave, where are you at? I'm at the pub. Why, what's wrong? You remember that Renaissance painting? It's missing. I noticed just as I entered the house. But it was there before I left. You don't think it's Angela, do you? Can't be. I don't know. Let me call her.
Proceeds to call Angela, whose phone doesn't connect.
Her phone isn't connecting. Shit! Should I call the police? I am on my way back, and don't worry, I'm not driving, I'm taking a cab.
Dave proceeds to call the police regarding the theft.
Hey, Pete, I think you were right about my stepmom. A painting from my house is missing, and we cannot contact her no matter how many times we tried. I saw it last while heading out this evening. That's why you headed out in a rush. All right, I'm heading over to your house too. Have you called the cops yet? Yeah, I just did. All right, I will provide them with details about that day. It might help. What followed was a lengthy deliberation with the cops and coming out with all kinds of theories of what could have happened. And finally, what Peter witnessed that day starts becoming an even more apparent piece of the puzzle. The investigation that followed revealed a lot of things. Firstly, Angela was a fake personality, and the term of art connoisseur was more like a cover for art thief. Her real name was apparently Julia, And she is a known criminal in the underworld dealing with stolen paintings, relics, and other collectibles. The whole thing turned out to be a sham to get her hands on the Renaissance painting, which was in our possession. The investigation went on for months, thanks to Dad's connections, and before long, the authorities finally caught up with her, thanks to a misstep in her plan. While the painting was yet to be repossessed, the police now had a lead, and the chief culprit was actually caught. They finally caught her! She was about to ditch the country, but got caught at the airport. Told you Dad won't let this pass. It went on for quite long, actually. Oh man, any leads on the painting yet? Not yet, but we are positive we will find it. It's quite unique in itself, so even if it went up for auction, no matter how secretive it might be, it would create some buzz. Okay, this certainly blew out of proportion, didn't it? I mean, it all started with us joking about how you got a new stepmom, but suddenly, she is an art thief after your family heirloom and whatnot. And do not forget it was me who spotted her before everything. True, that actually helped in the proceedings of the investigation. The cops from the description and the following leads were able to find out that person being threatened was actually an excise officer. She was probably trying to figure out a way to export the painting without raising any sirens. But she was not working alone. I've already told you that. You guys be careful, all right? We're gonna be all right. If anything, you should be more careful. While we have tried our best to not compromise the security of any witnesses, you never know. Come on, man. Don't scare me like that. You already know I've been a bundle of nerves since that day. Just kidding, and don't worry if something of that sort happens. I got your back. You better hold up on that promise. You bet. Given everything that happened, as unexpected as it was, we managed to get the painting back, and while Dad felt like an utter fool, he managed to bounce back. It's actually ridiculous, the way the whole thing happened, and suddenly, Angel or Julia, whatever her real name is, vanished from our day-to-day lives just as she had arrived. And while I do feel bad for Dad, I am glad that I kept my apprehension. But it is infuriating when I think about it. How she played on our emotions to get into our house. But then again, that's probably what she does. Well, guess Pete takes the cake on this one. Gotta treat him to something nice one of these days and teach him to take his life a bit more seriously. As much as I hate to admit it, I would miss the dude if he went away like Mom did. Over time, everything slowly goes back to normal, with everyone learning a bit more about life and Julia learning a bit more about the federal prison system.